After the birth of our daughter Viviana, my fiancé Aaron and I made the decision to move into a larger home to accommodate our growing family. Aaron's mother had recently gone through a divorce and expressed her interest in sharing a spacious rental home with us. As we finalized the rental agreement, we stumbled upon an incredible opportunity. The previous occupants had left all their furniture behind and offered us a fantastic deal to purchase it. It seemed like destiny had led us to this beautiful house. The prior tenants had left in such a hurry that they even abandoned their boat, promising to retrieve it later. Their sudden departure left many questions unanswered, but Aaron's mother saw the leftover furniture as a perfect way to furnish the house for all of us. The house, constructed in the 1990s, boasted 5 bedrooms, a vast open kitchen, and a family room spacious enough for our children and our newborn. Yet, as time passed, I began to notice a subtle shift in the energy of our house. Despite being equipped with brand new LED energy-efficient lights, our bedroom, the very room where Aaron had faced his near-death experience, became the epicenter of strange occurrences. The lights in the vanity area outside our bathroom began to flicker and dim, as if some unseen force were draining their energy. At times, they would cease working altogether, only to inexplicably come back to life days later. While Aaron was recuperating, he stumbled upon Netflix and became engrossed in ghost hunting shows like Ghost Adventures and Paranormal State, among others. Little did we know that these shows would play a pivotal role in the unfolding mystery of our home. Unbeknownst to me, we were living in a haunted house, and I remained oblivious to the growing paranormal activity. It wasn't until one stormy evening, with howling winds outside, that I began to suspect something was amiss. Aaron, in his playful manner, started mimicking the ghost hunters from the shows we had been watching, provoking any spirits that might reside within our home. It was then that I began to formulate a theory. Aaron's brush with death had somehow left a doorway open, allowing something malevolent to enter our lives. Our previously loving relationship took a dark turn. Aaron's demeanor became increasingly distant and sometimes even abusive, a stark contrast to his previous nature. His mother, too, appeared agitated, and tensions ran high within our household. The once happy atmosphere of our new home was now fraught with negative energy. As the weeks passed, we discovered peculiar items around the house, such as a metal silver cross inscribed with "Jesus loves you." Jehovah's Witnesses began making frequent visits, delivering pamphlets and messages of divine love. We asked them to stop coming around, but it only seemed to intensify the eerie occurrences. The lights in our home continued to malfunction, burning out randomly throughout the house. One morning, I heard a child's voice saying, "Mommy, I'm home," despite no one else being in the house. Another time, a loud pounding thud against my bedroom door sent shivers down my spine. Our TV, located in our bedroom, would creak as if someone were ascending or descending the staircase just outside our door. However, no one would be there, leaving me increasingly uneasy. It became undeniable that our home was, in fact, haunted. One night, after an extended gaming session with our new Nintendo Wii, exhaustion overcame me, and I fell asleep on the family room couch. Aaron, still awake, suddenly heard our large iron patio bench move on its own. He hurried outside to investigate, but the patio was empty, and the gate remained locked. The heavy bench had shifted several feet from its original position, leaving Aaron bewildered and intrigued. Aaron, having never experienced a haunting before, became captivated by these incidents and actively encouraged them in the weeks that followed. However, as the paranormal activity escalated, so did the anger within our household. Ultimately, our relationship began to crumble, and we decided to part ways, moving out of the rental, away from Aaron's mother. As we packed our belongings and reminisced about the strange occurrences, a chilling event unfolded one evening. We were standing in the hallway, about 20 feet from the front door, discussing the eerie encounters that had plagued us during our time there. Suddenly, a slow, ominous ding-dong echoed through the house, louder and more drawn out than the usual doorbell chime. The glass screen door was already open, yet there was no one there. Aaron rushed outside, scouring the area. It was clear that we needed to leave immediately. We jumped into our Toyota Solara, desperate to escape the malevolent presence that had taken hold of our home. Strangely, as we sped away, my hand and face began to burn intensely, as if I had suffered severe sunburn. The pain was excruciating, and my hands felt like they were on fire. It was a sensation I couldn't explain. Decided to find a safe place to stay until daylight, so we could finish packing and complete our move. As we drove, I noticed our 4-month-old daughter, Vivian, staring up at the car's sunroof, screaming in terror. Her panicked screams filled the car, and I had no idea what was causing her such distress. I pulled the car over, attempting to comfort her, but her screams persisted. Aaron joined her in the back seat,